What up, people? It's your boy Weston World One, man. I'm in the building, man. Just on here, just want to do sharing your thoughts, part two of how I feel. Let me just turn this down real quick. I'm gonna be brief. All right. Now, when you look at Joshua, it's in the young fellow on the screen here. Part two of it is basically I gathered like a little bit more information from listening to a radio show that Lee Merritt was on, and he was saying that back in November of 2018, Joshua was being targeted at a Dallas cabaret club, and he was shot in his foot. And he also, Joshua also admitted that he think that people was trying to come at him, sending them, death threats and whatever and whatnot. So this kind of like put like a damper into the whole investigation situation. But if you use your common sense here, that was last year, right? 2018. So they had all last year to get a hold of him. However, unless he was in protective custody because, he was a key witness. So that's another thing I'm researching or whatever. And, all the information will come out for another, 40 business working days because they have to release Amber Geiger's paperwork, and they still going on with that situation. We don't know if they're going to release it or not. They still haven't ruled it out. However, but I'm just going to go with what I know. Now, by Joshua being a key witness to the situation, which they said he stepped up voluntarily. They say he didn't, get subpoenaed or anything. But Amber Geiger said, we're gonna rewind a little bit to the story. Amber Geiger said that she gave the command to Botham, show me your hands, show me your hands. Right? She said it twice. However, Joshua was coming in the hallway, right? And when he was coming in the hallway, he heard the gunshots. They asked him, well, Joshua, did you hear any commands? He's like, no. Anything, pretty much showing that it was a cop there. He's like, no, I didn't hear anything. He said, I heard the gunshots. He said, I heard people talking. And, I guess that's inaudible where you could just hear things, but you don't know what was said. And, Amber could have said it then, but he don't know. But he said he didn't hear that. And the way Amber stated that, she said it loud and clear, show me your hands, show me your hands. And if Botham was standing at least 30 feet away, you would have heard all that. And what trumped it was one of the prosecutors asked, how can you hear in Botham's apartment? Or can you hear in Botham's apartment? And Joshua said, yes, I can. And they're like, what do you be hearing? They say, I hear him singing gospel music and I hear him rapping to Drake. And that was like a little bit right before he started crying. And fast forward just a little bit here. This brother, they using the Dallas, cabaret as he could have been targeted in this. So now they kind of, they're gonna kind of spin it up to that, speed up to that. I guarantee you, mark my words. So, but you can't rule it out because it's like, yeah, he did admit that he was being targeted, or whatnot. Now, by him being in protective custody, or if he was in protective custody because he is the key witness, 10 days later, he was murdered, right? Now, this is where I get kind of tricky at because I'm hearing things saying that he got shot in the back and he got shot in the butt. Then also, too, I'm hearing that he got shot in his mouth. Now, I heard another YouTuber state, he's like, man, being shot in your mouth, that's a statement. They leaving a statement like, this is what it is. And now, since he got shot and killed, now the judges are, they about to appeal Amber Geiger's case in the civil court. Now, in the civil court, there's no witness. Now, his statement, Joshua's statement, is credible in the criminal justice court, but it's not valid in a civil court, meaning now that Lee has to find new new witnesses to the case. So this is where it's like it's like it's no coincidence, or it's a little tricky here now. The only people that could have been credible in the situation is Lee. I'm sorry, not Lee. Joshua and Botham. They're both dead. So the only person that's alive right now is Amber, right? So when you look at that situation, it make you say, right? Wow, all of a sudden this man is Joshua dead. Not only got shot in his back, but he got shot in the mouth. Now, for him to get shot in the mouth, like I said, that's them kill shots, man. It's a headshot. But I did not look at it as you're making a statement here, right? But like I said, man, when I find out a little bit more information, man, I'm just gonna keep sharing my thoughts with the situation, man. Joshua, Brown, man, RIP with this situation. And also to his friend, man, they was saying his friend, he was telling friends, Joshua was telling friends and family members that, he was getting death threats and he was feared for his life. Now, this is another thing too. When you fast forward a little bit, implication, man. The police are being implicated into this situation, man, even though they don't really have too much to do with it anymore. But by them knowing and what's going on, they are held liable for him, for Joshua's safety as well, because he was a credible witness. And, implication, just an example, when I looked it up, implication just means that, let's say I'm at home. I have a dog in the yard, a vicious dog in the yard, and let's say one of the neighbors upstairs, this is my dog though, one of the neighbors upstairs, or, one of my family members leave out the house and they leave the gate open. The dog goes out and bites somebody. Even though I'm not the one that opened the gate or anything of that nature, but by this being my dog, and a credible witness could have seen somebody else open up the gate, or they didn't see somebody else, but they know that dog came from my yard. So I'm being implicated in this situation. It wasn't directly, it was indirectly, but they know that's my dog. They know that's what it is. So when you fast forward to this situation, the police know that Josh was getting death threats, and no one stepped up to try to, make sure this man well-being. I'm just gonna say alleged. No one allegedly stepped up to make sure this man well-being is being looked into. And then he comes up murdered. Shot dead. Oh, man. Yeah, it's sad, man. Yeah, but I'm going to keep you updated on what's going on. Weston World One. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Like, share, and subscribe, man. You like my content. Whatever, man. Interact with me, man. What are your thoughts? Who do you think could have played a role in this situation here? And do you believe that it's a coincidence? Or you don't believe it's a coincidence? And do you think the police are implicated in this case? Let me know. Peace out.